100 rated chess. But your opponent's pieces, not pawns, have 3 lives. You can't take them on your first or second opportunity. This includes checkmating the king. Hadn't it included the king, I would have said absolutely piece of cake. But since checkmating the king is also restricted here, absolutely impossible. We get a 1-1-5 from Argentina. e4. Now normally I would like to build myself a detailed game plan on how to tackle a challenge, but for a challenge that literally requires 3 king blunders to win, there is physically no plan that can even come close to being useful here. d5. Aha! This is my first ever opportunity to capture his d-pawn, but fortunately enough, at least he exempted the pawns. Furthermore, this can actually provoke his queen out into the open. So the plan is absolutely very simple. We get our opponent to blunder his queen 3 times, and since I have done a challenge where my opponent had to blunder his queen 5 times, getting 3 blunders should be just a walk in the park. Well, unless he doesn't bring his queen out, then none of those things happen.
En passant.
F takes e6. Aha! That move weakens his king. I think there may be a chance we can actually get 3 king blunders here. I'll bring my queen out. g6. Queen e5. c5. Aha! That blunders a rook, but unfortunately, now the challenge officially kicks in. This is my first ever opportunity to capture these 2 pieces. And to make it easier for you guys to keep track of the counting on each piece, I will help you note down their countings, and I can only capture a piece if the piece's counting reaches 3. Bishop c4. King f7. Very aggressive. He probably wants bishop g7 protecting his rook and also counter-attacking my queen. Which is very annoying because even though I don't really care about his rook, I still need my queen active for a potential random checkmate. So I guess knight f3. Now technically he can still go bishop g7 and abuse my challenge drawback. But I mean he should be able to see that bishop g7 is actually allowing knight g5 check, king f8, queen takes c5 check, knight e7, bishop e6, knight takes e6, royal 4, winning 2 pawns and a queen, an entire 11 points of materials. Right? Of course he sees everything. Now I can finally take his rook, and even though I can also take his g-pawn and give a check first, I think taking the rook first is better. This way I can provoke bishop g7 thinking that he can actually trap my queen. Then I will finally give the check, queen h7, increasing the counting on both his knight and his bishop to 2, the perfect preparation for a future capture sequence. He doesn't fall for it. But I mean it doesn't really change anything though. Knight e5 check. King e8. Normally taking the pawn would have been better, but doing that may get his king escape to other side, so knight e5 controlling d7 can help preventing that to some degree. I will bring in more pieces. g4. Very convenient. Bishop h6. Knight h5. Aha! Now I can finally capture his bishop, but coincidentally enough, that capture accidentally also leads to a very unfortunate checkmate in 1. And since there hasn't been any counting on his king yet, very obnoxious. f3 instead. Well, at least we get to start counting on his king. I only need to buy us some time. Please get tunnel vision and just take that pawn. Knight f4. 2 down, only 1 more to go. g3. Knight g6 can be a bit annoying as it can defend the checkmate and I will have to capture, which can let his king run away. So knight g2 check will be absolutely wonderful here. Or none of those things happen. And funny enough, king e7 actually saved his king from the checkmate. You know what? I don't bite. That was a random move. Bishop g5 check. He's just gonna go back. Exactly. Bishop h6 again. Alright, I'm basically giving him the same situation as before. That was just a random move. He's gonna officially blunder his king. Right. Now. You see? My experience against the 100 rated players actually paid off. Queen takes f8. Checkmate in 1. Mission accomplished.